Now, you are watching the Morning Report.
What's up and what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Morning Report. This is something new we kind of talked to you guys about on the Pantheon stream that we do on Thursdays with Back of the Bus, Marcus over there. Check him out if you have not. This is something we're going to be doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every week, we're going to try to every day. This is the Morning Report with Chillmonger and Planet Fanatics, myself, Darius. And it's no different than anything else that we normally do, except it's, teaming up with Chill. We're going to put a little more spin on some of the things that we do. And then, of course, we'll have interactive things for the audience to join in on us with. So welcome to the Morning Report. Like I said, this is new. This is something we are just trying. We appreciate you guys always tuning in and hanging out with us. So welcome to the Morning Report.
Welcome, everyone. This is a brand new era. This is a day that things change forever. And if it doesn't, we'll give up after a month or so. But I don't think that's happening. We've been YouTubing for 5 years now? We're good.
Yeah. No, like I said, we've got a loyal community that comes in and out of all of our different live streams, and we're doing them individually and we're doing them together. So again, appreciate the community for being the community and hanging out with us as always. So we've got some things on the docket today that we're going to talk to you guys about. We've got the news that kind of broke. I think this came out Thursday. Kind of after we got off the Pantheon stream, we were going to talk about it with you guys, but then it was so late into the stream. We talked about it a little bit afterwards behind the scenes, but David Zaslav has called the Black Superman adaptation that they are trying to do they were going to do over at Warner Brothers DC Studios, again, incorrectly and confidently using this word, but too woke. We are also going to talk about the Fantastic Four and the promo and things that they have been giving for the Fantastic Four. We do see that film a week from Thursday.
Yeah.
That film will be coming out. And then we've got Mr. Terrific, Eddie, who has said some things about his exit from Xmen and what he was promised and how that whole thing turned out. And of course, Pirates of the Caribbean 6 is a film that Disney has picked up and put down quite a few different times with a few different actors and a few different plot points and things like that. But it seems like they have circled the rounds and come back to Johnny Depp, come back to Orlando Bloom, and also come back to Keira Knightley to come back as the three main characters in Pirates of the Caribbean. So we'll get to that as well. We'll get to that as well.
Well, it's like they knew we had the first morning show, and they're like, "No, we got to give them some content, okay? Because this is a heavy week. I think every weekend is going to be that way, where so many things are going to happen. Monday we come on here in the morning, and we'll have some stuff to talk. We hope Tuesdays and Wednesdays will do the same.
Right. And also, something right before we even kind of came on, Harry Potter was announced. We got our first look at the actor who is playing Harry Potter dressed as Harry Potter. So very excited about that. And I really loved the look that they gave him, which we'll get to that. We'll show the picture and everything when we get to that. But he looks fantastic. So but before we get into all of those different things, we'll start with David Zaslav and the comments that he made. And we do appreciate everybody. I see you in there, Professor Film Fan, Nico and Michael. Thank you guys for commenting and hanging out.
David Zaslav canceled Black Superman movie for being, quote, too woke. Thank you for putting that in quotes at least. So this was from the Wall Street Journal. You just got to have a subscription to pay for that. So I won't open that. It says Zaslav canceled WB's plan to make a Black Superman. DC Studios have launched a shared universe featuring the favorite DC characters headed by James Gunn. Why was the Black Superman movie canceled? Before Gunn and Safran was hired co-chairman and co-CEOs of DC Studios, WB had plans to make Black Superman in the civil rights era, according to Wall Street Journal. The project was written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Warner Brothers' Zaslav dismissed the idea because he felt the script was too woke. According to 2021 article, Hollywood Reporter J.J. Abrams signed to produce the Black Superman movie, while J.D. Dillard, Stephen Caple Jr., Regina King, and Shaka King were all being considered to direct. Dillard, however, told The Wrap in 2022 that he was never contacted about potentially helming the film. That's how early it was canceled. It says here, could still try to make the movie in the future. It says, I want to find more quotes because this is kind of a lame article still. We get the general idea though, right? We understand what this is about. Wrong view. We get the general idea. David Zaslav saw that. He said, let's cancel it. He's not looking for that racial inequality, civil rights era upliftment. He knows there's money in the white male lead. And that's probably why he said the word woke, because that's how they use the word woke. By the way, if you're new here, everybody, the word woke has to do with an awareness to anti-black racism and nothing else. It's not about hair colors and midgets and casting. I should have said dwarfs. And it's not about any of those other ideas. We've seen it and heard it. It's not about anti-politically correct. It's got everything to do with race. I feel that David Zaslav saying that and using that publicly means that we're at a place right now where the audience that they're trying to please more than ever is the audience who voted red, the audience who aren't progressive, let's say. I feel there's been a cultural shift, and for Zaslav to actually say that displays that. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd agree. I also said, I said it to you. I just said it in here in the intro. Again, confidently and incorrectly using the word. I understand, what we know the word to mean and how they think the word means or how they're using it in terminologies and things like that. My whole thing with this is, when you have the black superhero and you are Superman, and they were going to do it in the civil rights era or whatever. I don't know. I do have an issue a little bit with everything always having to be connected to and I get it. Maybe the story called for that. I don't know what the plot was. I don't know what the storyline was. Maybe the storyline called for him to be in the civil rights era. For me personally, I disconnect from that personally. And the reason being, and I know this movie has nothing to do with Superman or anything like that, but last night I was watching while I was in the studio. I was in my studio last night, kind of putting some new things up, and I was watching Get Hard. It was just in the background, Netflix, because I had just watched Blades of Glory, and the next film on was just Get Hard. I was like, sure, let's play Get Hard. And even though it's a comedy, and I understand the comedy behind it, and I understand blah blah blah, but there's a scene in there where he takes Will Ferrell's character to the projects, and they meet up with T.I., and that's his cousin, and he's in the gang and all this kind of stuff. And they have the black characters talking about, oh, murder. I love murder. That's one of my favorite things. And just talking about how murder is their favorite things and drugs are blah, blah, blah. Just, again, I get the comedy. I get it's a comedy. Not funny to me. I didn't laugh when I saw that part.
No,
And maybe it's because my awareness. Yes, my awareness is just a little bit higher, just because it's like again, that's painting us in this light that they already see us in anyway. So why would I add paint to the paintbrush for them?
Why reinforce the stigmas through our entertainment? What are we perpetuating on purpose?
Exactly. So for me personally, I am not too upset with the plot being centered around the civil rights movement being axed, and the reason being, again, why do we always have to come from that point? Why do we always have to come from like you just pointed out with Ironheart? She's a thief, and this and this and that, and blah blah blah. Why are we always having to mold our characters around these plot points? So you axing the Superman movie and getting rid of the whole civil rights era plot, I'm fine with that personally, because I don't need to see another. I don't want to see a black superhero that is. I mean, if I want that, Marvel can do that with Blue Marvel. We've got that with Blue Marvel. I don't need to see that in a black Superman. I just don't. I don't. It's just
especially this week when we just saw Mr. Terrific show up. There is not one moment where they reference that his skin is darker than the other characters. He just happens to be smart. He can whoop butt. We saw him have a nice fight scene, and that wasn't his movie. but still the representation that I saw from this 10 minutes, 15 minutes of screen time for Mr. Terrific, did more difference for me than a black Superman, themes of oppression, reminder that you're different because of your skin color
Right.
movie would have done for me. I'm
Right.
happy. And again, black Superman, it's Superman. So we never launched an IP that is new, that is black, that we didn't do Black Panther in 2018. I don't like race swapping or another universe. Someone here said it is Calvin Ellis instead of Cal. It's from another Earth, and the president of the U.S. don't know why there's a need to make the movie around the civil rights era. Whatever explanation that you can create or make, because there's not a new popular black superhero in the pop culture zeitgeist, it's just a waste of resources. It's a waste of the actor who they're going to cast to do it, where he could be cast in something else that could pop off and become the next big, huge thing. I'll never celebrate that aspect of it. So while Zaslav is using the word woke incorrectly and criticizing it, I have so many more criticizations from a woke perspective that is disagreeing with him. Actually, he should be all for it if he's against the advancement of a black superhero. He should be like, yeah, next time we do a black superhero, it'll be just a white one, and we can rebrand it. That way,
Mhm.
a black superhero can never get popular. That's what he should be thinking if he was being racist correctly, but he wasn't.
Right. And I agree with what Black Claw said. They should have just made an Icon movie. Did Superman not mistake Icon as a Kryptonian when he first met him anyway? Because he was so strong and this and that. Why not just make an Icon movie?
Because
Simple.
Dwayne McDuffie's Caucasian widow won't let you.
That's funny. Yeah, no. So for me, with the Superman movie, this is like I assume completely different, separate from J.J. Abrams and Michael B. Jordan's whole deal. Okay, so yeah, I mean, and I'm assuming that's not ever happening either. But the other upside of this, outside of Superman, is you've got James Gunn talking. Obviously talking, always talking, but recently doing interviews talking about spin-off series and talking about Mr. Terrific could have a spin-off TV show on HBO Max instead of the movie, which I think is the better move. I know some people were saying, "Oh, I could see this being a whole movie." I don't think so yet, but I think that a series for Mr. Terrific, uh, centered around Eddie, I think could be cool.
I don't know if I want a series anymore. I have to see how Lanterns performs. Are they going to treat their series the way that Marvel treats it, which is kind of like cannon fodder? Or will they treat it the way they started with WandaVision, right? I got to
Right.
see how, is it the Game of Thrones? Is it going to be that he would, like what they're doing with Harry Potter? If it gets that attention, then absolutely. A series is high profile enough. It's not a movie, but it's high profile enough. But
I I hope that the series for Lanterns is really good. And the reason I say that, Nathan Fillion just recently talked about it. Yeah, he recently talked about it, and he was saying how Aaron Pierre. He said he's got a voice like butter, and his stature. It's like he's carved out of marble. He's very,
hey,
very
yo, nah,
specific.
you can't do the voice and the stature carved out of Marvel. That's two in a row.
Then he says he's very, very specific about his character and what his character is going through. His character clearly goes through something, and then along comes the smug son of a bitch, Guy Gardner. And he was talking about that from EW. Now, he's also talked about, there was also some, I don't think he talked about it. I want to say maybe it was Aaron, just talking about the Lantern series and how it is, from what they've done so far, how it's going to be a very big series, very big in scale as far as like the lanterns are involved. I think that the where I was on the series at the very beginning with the lanterns, I think I'm in a completely different place on it. I think they really might put some shine on John. And if they do shine on John, and we've already seen the shine on Terrific, then so far James Gunn and DC are already putting more respect on black characters than Marvel has.
100%. They're not going to kill him in the sequel either. I think what they do with lanterns so important. Someone just mentioned Penguin and how they treat that importantly. Okay, that's not exactly a apples to apples just because it's another universe. But I do have the same confidence that you have going into it because James Gunn doesn't want to start off with a failure. And he's not overworked with multiple projects. What's he got to worry about? Clayface and Supergirl? And he's got someone else directing that. I think he's flexible enough. And I would hope that the representation is hit.
Yeah. Same. So, to circle it just back to kind of ending my thoughts on Superman and Zaslav saying it's too woke. Again, don't agree with the his perspective on the word usage there, but as far as it being too stereotypical and more stigmas on us, no, that it could be cut. I'm fine with it being cut.
100%.
Completely
Fantastic.
fine. Yes. You
like that segue?
Yeah, good segue. I sent you some of those, didn't I?
Where? Twitter or
Fantastic Four? It should be in in your DMs.
Okay. Yeah, shared posts there. Let me not open my DM in the middle of a stream. I can't do this without opening my DM in the middle of a stream. It won't let me. I'll just go to the disgusting film that you sent me. All right. There it is. So earlier today, Marvel, released a clip.
Light him up, Johnny!
She was right here, and Johnny thinks they had a moment.
Okay.
I get it. Johnny loves space. Johnny loves women.
What's the plan?
I'll get a charmer. Last question. So the surfboard, is that part of your body, or is that...
So she dumped you already?
Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four.
I saw stars, and I could see me in her face.
Rated PG-13. Get tickets now.
See, I liked that clip that they shared. First of all, let me just start off by saying I have always been and still remain super excited for the Fantastic Four, even through my criticisms that I've had for the Fantastic Four, well, not for the Fantastic Four specifically, just for Marvel and the current position that Marvel is in, and the unfortunate timing of Fantastic Four with the position Marvel being in. However, I don't think that that's going to have any problem with the Fantastic Four on box office, on audience attendance, or anything like that. I still think that this movie is going to do very well. I even said, even though I loved Superman, I've seen it twice, love Superman. I think it's going to be better than Superman. I think it's going to do better than Superman as well. This clip, though, I liked it simply because if you remember, reports came out saying, oh, Johnny's not going, we're changing Johnny. And it caused a whole bunch of uproar amongst fans, people making videos. Oh, now they're making Johnny too, he's not going to be a ladies' man. He's not going to be that macho guy.
Yeah.
We were shown in this clip that he's still Johnny. He's still the flirt. He's still going after, chasing tail and all that kind of stuff. He's still Johnny. And I like the clip. So I think the confusion about how he wasn't going to be a ladies' man and wasn't going to be a flirt, I thought that was maybe
they're listening. If you complain loudly enough, they'll listen to you and they'll give you something to disprove what you thought. I think James Gunn did the same thing with the eyes, where he took that out the movie and he fixed the eyes. Mm-hmm. They have so many signs that our voices are important.
Yeah.
This clip didn't do it for me because, again, I'm sorry, Darius, that is not the Silver Surfer. That is an alternate version of a character from publishing, as they put it. And damn, every time I see it, I go, oh, you think this will make more money than Superman will make?
Yes.
Even with China. No, man. Nah, that's just not.
Yes, I think so. One, it's already projecting higher than Superman's opening box office opening weekend, even though Superman overperformed what it was expecting to do. I think Fantastic Four is also going to do that. The difference is with Superman, yes, it's the first, it's people curiosity and all this kind of stuff like that, but you still have a connected universe with Marvel. We've been on this road now for over 13 years, and you've got people that are invested, people that have been wanting to see these characters, people that want to see Marvel's first family, and how does this tie into Avengers Doomsday moving forward, blah, 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 blah. I could be overestimating it. I do just think that Marvel fans have shown we are only going to show up to, as of lately, Marvel casual fans have shown they're only going to show up to things that they feel matter. And I feel like people amongst conversation I'm seeing feel like the Fantastic Four matters. And this clip was a good one.
Could you take us through how you defeated Galactus?
We didn't.
Not yet. Not yet, we didn't.
We attempted to negotiate, but Galactus. He asked too high a price.
Well, what does he want?
What did he ask?
He asked for our child.
John, answer this! Are we safe?
Are we safe? I don't know.
Great scene.
Yeah, great clip. Great clip.
Not great clip. I said great scene.
Great
See, there's a
clip.
difference. You can't put that out in your advertisement. We know too much that the Galactus moment that's going to happen in the movie is all to build up to him asking for Franklin Richards. That's something you wait for me to see in the movie, and it can take me aback, and then I'm on the journey. But I know that like 2 weeks ahead before the movie, wrong time to give
I
you
don't
that.
think that takes. Well, again, different strokes, different folks. I don't think that takes. It doesn't take me out of it. And if you're like me and it doesn't take you out of it, it more so in. Obviously doing what I do, and because I love plot leaks and things like that, and all the leaks and
It
rumors.
doesn't even affect you.
I knew
know about it
Superman.
regardless.
I knew Superman beat for beat and still had a damn good time.
That's what I mean. So it doesn't affect you.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah,
Different
right. So it doesn't
strokes.
affect me. Different strokes, different folks. It does not affect me at all. Like I know what's happening in Fantastic Four. I know the post credits. I know how this ends. So, but for me, it doesn't take it away from me. I disagree. I don't think they're giving away the movie. And anyway, how many clips did Superman release before we saw the film?
And then we learned that all that's from the beginning of the movie.
Still enjoyed the film, though.
Yeah.
Still enjoyed the film. Again, I'm not going to be one of the people that is sitting there trying to fend off everybody against Marvel with a bat, because sometimes I'm going after Marvel too. But damn it, when they're doing a good job, I'm going to give credit where credit is due and flowers when they're due. Bravo, Marvel. I don't feel like they're giving away the film. For me, if I'm a casual and I don't know anything that's going on, and I hear Galactus wants their child, and you end it with that, with Fantastic Four in theaters July 24th. If I'm a casual fan on the couch watching that, I'm thinking to myself, damn, well, why does he want their son? What's going on? Are they safe? Why aren't they safe? Why? Bunches of whys. So for me, I'd still be a little bit more interested in it. I don't think that they're showing too much of the film personally. I think they're doing a good job. We still haven't even seen Galactus.
Okay.
Haven't heard him, haven't seen him.
Aside from my complaint that they're showing too much, that scene is magical. That scene provides stakes. There's no jokes. There's the character of the Thing and the character of Johnny filling in the times where Pedro, when Reed Richards couldn't speak. So we see the family aspect. We see her in the back. It looked like this is the family. This is how they know their roles. And it's not an origin story. Like, they're set. So I like what I see there. I like the relationship that they have with the press. How many other superheroes have done that? Let's do some media. I don't think I've seen that. Maybe Iron Man. I am Iron Man. That scene. That's new. So I'm pleased to see that. As much as I'm down on Marvel right now, I'm hopeful that this Fantastic Four movie will be good. And I'm like, off those two clips, I'm 50-50 right now. But I think that we are in a better place than I was couple weeks ago, because the hype, the scenes are adding there. We're getting more of them, so I'm not giving up on Fantastic Four just yet. One last thing, Darius, though. Our box office projections that we gave for Fantastic Four way back, we both said 100 million. We may be both wrong. I think it could get to 120, 130.
Yeah, I think it's going to. I think it's going to. I do disagree with what Laddie said. I think if we are going to make statements, we got to make sure that we're making the factual statements. Marvel did not release their entire plot. That plot, everything that's going on, even for Superman. Let me back up to what you even said. Superman didn't release their plot. Brother or sister, I knew what was in. If you've been paying attention to the leaks, if you're in those spaces, you knew what Superman was 3 months ago. As far as Fantastic Four goes, we've known about the Fantastic Four plot leaks for, I want to say, over a year. Nothing's new. Marvel didn't release this. DC didn't release it. These are just things that are getting leaked and things like that. So no, Marvel didn't release their plot leak. Neither did Superman, but the plots are leaked.
So put that in a pipe and smoke it.
Plots are out, but it's not Marvel releasing them. It's not, and even some of the things that have been put out in the plot leaks for Fantastic Four, some of those things may have even been cut. So we'll have to see. But I think that Fantastic Four is going to do good. Did you see that the deal? Or that one. This is another one that they had put out.
4 daring astronauts who boldly explored beyond the stars when they were struck with cosmic turbulence and gained fantastic powers. The brilliant Reed Richards stretches his body and mind as Mr. Fantastic. His partner in heroism and love, Sue Storm, projects powerful force fields and disappears from sight as Invisible Woman. Nice. Sue's brother, Johnny Storm, lights up the sky as Human Torch. And teammate and family friend Ben Grimm is the Thing, a rocky powerhouse with a heart of gold. Together they are the Fantastic
look
Four.
Who's in the center.
Scientists, explorers, protectors, heroes, and, above all else, a family. And now, for the first time ever, the Fantastic Four has invited us to meet their family for Sunday dinner in the Baxter Building to find out what heroes are like at home.
Awesome! The documentary crew is here to interview me, Johnny Storm.
They ain't just here for you, Flame Brain. They're here for me, the Thing.
We're running a bit behind. I was in a meeting. Sue Storm, a pleasure to meet you.
Is that their voices? Like the real voice actors?
No, I was just... It hit me as soon as Johnny opened his mouth. I was like, that's not Joseph Quinn.
Well, I still give him points for effort.
Pleasure to meet you. Excuse me, something just popped up. Oh, Reed, we need forks. Thanks.
Let me help with that, Herbie. Reed Richards. I'd shake, but I'm stretched thin at the moment.
I'll make sure the food's camera ready.
Don't make me put you in a force.
Loki, they're showing them, us, the viewers, what their powers are during this.
Field next.
But I'm starving!
Tell the kid you can't rush greatness, will ya?
You sure you got that hot enough?
Whoa, this is Aunt Petunia's family recipe.
Aunt Petunia.
Would you like the potatoes down there, darling?
Right here, honey. Oh, I should check on...
Whoa! Ben, your stomach's rumbling.
Sorry, this interview might have to wait. We're under attack.
For the Fantastic Four, it seems Sunday dinner comes with a side of danger. You won't want to miss what happens next. Tune in.
Great stuff.
Yeah. Now, I guess I'm different. That one's one that didn't move the shit for me. I mean, it's like, okay, yay. I get it. It's fun.
You already know who they are. You don't need that. But the kids, they don't have. They don't show up in Earth's Mightiest Heroes. The Fantastic Four haven't been that present during people's lives if you were born in 2012, right? So
at all.
this was helpful.
So I'm assuming they're going to put another one of these out before the film to see to find out what happens or who's attacking or whatever is going to happen with that. I think the promotion that they've been doing has been fine. I think that they've had this this choir in New York Times singing the Fantastic Four song, and they just had something over this past weekend, an event where I forget who did the score for the film, but had a whole orchestra out there playing that. They had jets in the sky simulating Johnny doing the 4 symbol.
Oh no!
Yeah, they've been on it with their promotion, and I think that they are very confident in this film. I think I think the difference too that I'm seeing in the promotion with Thunderbolts in this is Thunderbolts seemed desperate. The promotion for Thunderbolts was desperate. You had Sebastian Stan out there putting up the new Avengers posters himself. You had the constant giving. Now that was them giving away the film, with the constant clips that we were receiving for Thunderbolts. the ripping of the new Avengers on the just a bunch of different things that they were doing. That promotion seemed desperate. This promotion seems confident. It seems like they know what they have, and that they're excited for it. And I'm, for one, excited for it with them.
They're getting me. And I, again, as a person who's down on Marvel right now, the T'Challa stuff, the Blade stuff, Photon stuff, just everything, Jonathan Majors Kang, I'm kind of interested in this, and they shouldn't have me, but I'm interested. I'm happy for that. Look, I'm still a fan. I still want the best possible movies. Even though I didn't care for the Thunderbolts team, I still wanted to enjoy it when I seen it, which I didn't, unfortunately. But let's go Fantastic Four, man. Keep it up. Introducing it to the kids with the animation, because you know when that pops up on your feed as an adult, it's animated, you're probably going to scroll past it. More than likely, we scroll past things like that, unless it's the Boondocks. But this was for the kids, and I hope it gets in the eyes of the kids. And it was nice and short for their short attention span. You don't gotta try putting a whole 10-minute episode for these kids. They're not making it past minute 5.
Yeah, and speaking of the kids, she keeps mentioning all the kids. A friend of mine, I saw Superman twice. I saw it with another friend, of course, on Friday. He didn't bring his child to see it, and I was kind of shocked that he didn't bring his son to see the film. He said he wasn't something that he really was interested in seeing. Anyway, I texted him yesterday. I was like, "Hey, do you want to go see F4 as well?" And he was like, "Actually, yes." He was like, "My son is wanting to come to that one." He's like, "So I'll probably bring him to that because he's really excited for it." So I was like, really? He wasn't excited for Superman? Superman just in trailers looked like it would have caught the attention of kids. The colors, the monsters, the action, the fight, all that kind of stuff. But again, I think it's maybe because he said that his son also went and saw Thunderbolts. I think his son is like 6 or 7 or something like that. He saw Thunderbolts or something like that. So maybe it's just more invested in the Marvel journey, the story, that he's probably seen all the movies, and maybe Superman's for, I don't know. But seems like, again, that's just one child. But yeah, you're right. It could be something for the kids that they would really be interested in seeing, the cartoon stuff and things like that. Even the popcorn buckets, the stuff. I think I sent that to you too from Chris over at 3C Films. He went out and got the gigantic $80 Galactus head popcorn bucket. I said I was going to buy one. I can't justify buying an $80 popcorn bucket, regardless of how dope it is, because it is dope. I just can't do it.
Be one of the first people to purchase it and show you if that bucket.
The kids will love it.
Yeah, they will. So they're doing much better with the kids than James Gunn is doing. That's hilarious, knowing the James Gunn's old tweets. I would give the kids audience to Marvel, to Disney.
Yeah, Disney for sure.
Should I watch this whole video? Does he say anything more?
Yeah, he talks about it a little bit. I mean, if you're interested in buying the bucket, I was, but I can't do it.
Is actually worth $80. Let's go get it, my friends. They also got here Reed and his handy dandy stretchy arms, but I'm not looking for a handy today. But now that I actually got it, let's unbox it, put it together, and actually see if this is worth $80. So if you purchase the bucket, it'll come undone, and you do have to put it together. It's honestly pretty easy to assemble the antennas, or I like to call them grippers. And just to double check, the bucket does come in at a whopping 18 inches. Oh, someone put a mark on the 4. Oh, that was me. And for $80...
Bruh. Okay. Maybe my mind's in the gutter, but that was wrong.
This thing is detailed to the max. Although it is made out of a bunch of cheap plastic, the actual paint job and engravings look fantastic. The eyes of this Galactus popcorn bucket do light up, illuminating a really cool blue. And the actual opening to put in popcorn is so massive, it fits in the Dunussi, creating something I think you should go to jail for. After testing it out, of course. And honestly, that's about what you get for $80. Is it worth it?
No.
I don't think any popcorn bucket is worth $80.
But at least
if you have the money for it and you love the Fantastic Four and Galactus, this isn't a bad thing to put on your shelf. It looks awesome, it's cool, but aside from lighting up and holding a ton of popcorn, not much else functionality. I wish the mouth opened or at least played some sort of sound effect. How many of you are going to go ahead and purchase the Galactus popcorn bucket?
It better come with a calculator solar panel so that I don't have to replace it with batteries, because that's at $80 that's going to exponentially grow with every time someone comes over to the house. Let me light it up. Yeah, they forget to turn it off, and it's 3 days later, and it's out of, and it needs a new battery. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll say something nice. He got dressed He's outside. He's in the spandex. He's a fan. I love that. I love when people are being themselves. He's not worried. He's just broadcasting and he's looking at the bucket. Like that's fun, and I commend that as a person who is trying to be less judgmental and that kind of stuff. So salute to that.
Yeah, I like Chris. I think Chris is really cool. I like his channel. I think he does great videos, great reviews over things like this, the popcorn bucket. I know he did the Dune popcorn bucket as well. Chris is cool. I like I said, I was gonna buy the $80 bucket. Again, I just cannot bring myself to justify paying $80 for a popcorn bucket.
Space-taking monument on your shelves for $80.
I was like, I could put it back here somewhere, but it's $80.
What would you put inside the bucket? Would you put like a superhero there who's also 18?
No. See, I just bought this over the weekend. The Black Knight Busk deal here.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw it, I was like, can I really justify what I'm about to pay for this? And yeah, see, now this was like, yeah, I can justify paying for this. Like, that's my favorite Batman movie. It's just great. It's dope. It's dope. So that I could justify. The popcorn bucket, I can't. $80. I'm already spending 40 something on the tickets. I can't.
Yeah. It reminds me of the Deadpool Wolverine joke where Deadpool was talking about how Batman couldn't move his neck. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah, like that.
Yeah. All right, Fantastic Four promos overall, thumbs up, and shoot, they might just have a better domestic opening than the Superman, and I might lose my bet that I got with Darius the Aquarius, but I think Superman has legs. Well, we got 2 more weeks of just going to the movies, people buying Superman tickets. Watch this. The Monday drop will not be that bad.
Oh no, I don't think so at all. I think every place I went this weekend, so I went and did some went to a couple of different places that sell like the hobby collectible stuff that I'm into and comic book stores and stuff like that. And every person I talked to this weekend asked the very same question first. Have you seen Superman? Have you seen Superman? What did you think? So Superman is on everyone's minds right now. And I think it's going to stay that way because and I guess we can kind of segue into that here because you did see the film and kind of what you thought about it.
I would, except there was a super chat and I don't want to like neglect it.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll get to the super. Then after that, we'll kind of go into Superman and the legs and your thoughts and also what it did over the weekend.
Let's go.
Yeah. I go where I want, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO, sure.
We're young CEOs too. Michael Nemo with the $5. So Darius is not really a fan since he won't shell out $80 of love for a theater. Shame.
No, I can't do it, man. I really do want it. I want it. And you know what? We could be talking a week from now. Then I get on here and I'm holding the bucket because once I see it in person, if I really feel like I want it, I'm going to get it.
You're not a real fan. You're not a true fan, bro. It's a fake collector.
I am.
Steve says, stupid. I hate it. And I'm going to buy it. So you guys are addicted. You will buy it. You will. Because you know what? The fear of missing out. You're going to say, listen, 3 years from now, this is the only chance I can get to do it is now. I can pay for it on eBay for $800 or I can just do the 80 right now. And you'll buy it.
Probably. I don't want the Reed one, so probably.
Let's do this Superman talk. I did see the movie, eh? You saw it on Thursday. You came over here. You gave the report. You talked about the pacing. You nailed it. It was a movie, and it was never explaining why the world is this way. We didn't care. Like, remember the promo of Superman putting his socks on because there was a monster behind him? They explained that because he was fine. Let the other superheroes deal with it. I'm sorry, there's other superheroes. We already have like a chain of command, a chain of order. Like, oh, if it's this priority, then this guy gets to do it. If we need more men, we make the phone call. That's already the world we live in. And if that's just happening in Metropolis, it's happening in Star City and Gotham, and everyone in this world is like superheroes. Yes, that's the new norm. I love that. That's the biggest takeaway from the movie, is that it's a superhero movie about superheroes. No holding hands, no apologies of where we are. Love that part of it. Segue it over to where you wanted to segue it before I forget, though.
No, it was really just you had said that you had seen it. I wanted to see what you thought, get your overall thoughts, if you liked it or not. But more so, just what Superman did over the weekend. It overperformed. It did a lot more than what was projected to do. And again, I think that's just simply because it is. I don't know, seriously. And for the people that are out there that dislike it or whatever the case may be, you could call me whatever. I don't know how you sit down in this movie, you walk away, and you didn't like it. It's great. It's great. It's great. And I've seen it twice, and I will pay to go see it again.
I saw Marcus do a short. He was like, it's satisfactory, which means it was great.
Yeah, no, it's a good film. It is a really good film. Hats off and flowers to James Gunn for delivering on his promise.
He made it hopeful. He made it the movie that is needed at a time like this.
Yes.
He kept it to the core, the Superman main cast, which is his girl Lois, his mom and dad, both his moms and dads actually, and Crypto the Super Dog, like Jimmy Olsen. Who else do you need, right? Everyone was in this movie that is supposed to be in it for a Superman movie. Good job, Superman. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
It expanded on Terrific. It expanded on Green Lantern and Hot Girl. Okay, Hot Girl didn't get much.
No, she didn't.
But the way that she took out spoilers.
Maybe
the last thing she did in the movie was good.
Yeah. It's like I said, I really did enjoy the movie. I do love it. I thought it was a very good movie. I think that it's going to have legs I don't think we're going to see a drop in today. I don't think that we're really going to see a drop in this week. I think it's also going to pick up in the next weekend. Word of mouth is going to spread over this week, and people are going to, it should for sure, are going to go see the movie. It's a feel-good movie in a time that is needed. It's got badass action. It's got all the capturings of Superman perfectly, I think.
Everything I told you about Fantastic Four's promo, where they revealed too much that Galactus is looking for the baby. We don't need to know that. Now that you're in your second week, Superman, reveal. I want to see with Mr. Terrific dancing to that song, and I'm spoiling, sorry, but I want to see more of that scene. I want that to be part of a trailer. I want things that you were withholding because you didn't want it to get ruined. Now, extra hard with the marketing. Spoil some things. This is the can't miss. This is the feeling that you gotta be a part of. Give us that on the internet. If we're a fan, we want to revisit the movie and we'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this scene. This was cool. And if you're not a fan, even more reason. Go heavy. The entirety of the next decade of DC relies on the overperformance of this movie on the second week. Sinners did it. Sinners did amazingly. And it's not the standard, but Sinners did it this year. So can you. You can make the Monday and the Tuesday and the Wednesdays just be like, whoa, this is supposed to be dropping by 50%, and it's not. Do it. Go hard. If you're an actor, and I know I saw that David Corns is only getting $750K only, but he's only getting much. Rachel Brosnahan and is getting that much.
Nicholas Holt's getting $2 million.
I saw that. So unfortunately, that's not much. But if you think about your future, you should be doing every podcast. You should be hitting every media outlet that will let you, that will have you. You should be on your webcam at home, like back during the lockdown times, and doing appearances here and there as much as possible to ensure the next paycheck actually happens and it's bigger and fatter. Invest in yourself. Don't think, oh, the studio's job is to market and my job is to act. Stop thinking that way. Do it for the sake of the superhero who gave us a positive message. Even if you disliked the movie and you thought the humor didn't work, you know that the Superman message that we had here, I gotta help people type of energy that we saw during the interview with Lois and Clark, Lois and Superman. That is something people need to see. Put yourself aside and just do promotion more than they ask you. If the required Warner Brothers promotion is done tomorrow, then you go, nah, I still haven't talked to this content creator. I got to link up with the TikToker over here. Maybe there's a YouTuber like Comics Explained who'll have me, Josh Den of Nerds, other people. Maybe there's room for me to promote this movie more or to encourage second viewings. Do it if you're an actor, if you're James Gunn too. James Gunn, this is not the time for you to have an adversarial relationship with the state of India. Relax. Or Johanpur, whatever he wants to call him.
Yeah. I think they've, like I said, I think they've got it. They've got the legs to do it. We'll just see how it still performs once F4 comes out. There's nothing behind F4, so we will see. We will see.
After the second viewing that you had, did it go down ranking from 9.5 to 9 or up to 10?
It's still the 9. I still have my same nitpicks, but I still overall enjoyed the movie. Nothing. Yeah, I love this movie.
What format did you see it in?
IMAX again.
You should have done something different. You should have done a new experience. 3D maybe.
No, my friend wanted to see it. I've already seen it, so this was their first time. They wanted to see it in IMAX.
You guys have Screen X down in Oklahoma?
I don't know why you think Oklahoma is this backwoods. Yes, we have Screen X. We do have Screen X.
There's a scene where I think you know the one towards the ending where you would love to have that wide shot. Maybe you should have tried that instead of IMAX.
Like I said, I didn't get to choose. I'd already seen the film. They wanted to see it in IMAX.
Johnny watched it in 4DX. Tell me something, Johnny. The stream is waiting on you. That I need to, okay.
He said you feel like you're flying. Really?
Oh yeah, because the chair, right?
See, my problem with 4DX is I saw what movie? Meg in 4DX.
They're just trying to scare you, and they'll just beat you up.
Yeah, but see, I didn't know that water was going to be hitting me and splashing into my face and shit. I don't like that. So are you just flying, or do you feel wet shit whenever wet shit happens?
Like the snow scenes and some of that?
Yeah, because I don't like all that. I don't like that shit. Like, you want to rock the chair a little bit, that's fine. But I don't want to get doused with anything.
All right.
I don't like that. Took me out. I was ready. I wanted to leave. I was like, let me off. I don't want to.
Tell me about the Mr. Terrific scene for you without ruining it for those who haven't seen it yet. I went into it knowing that it was coming. I saw it and I'm like, yes. And I love that there was even a song playing, which I've been listening to every day since that movie.
I thought it was cool. Yeah. I liked it a lot. I thought it was very dope. Very, very dope. I thought he was cool. Like I said, I don't think that he was stealing the show like the way that a lot of other people thought he was, but I thought he did good. I really like that scene too. So, and I appreciate James Gunn giving him that, putting shine on a character that, unless you are really a DC comic reader, you don't really know who Mr. Terrific is. You're muted.
My bad. I just didn't want you guys to hear the clicking. You wouldn't call him a scene stealer, though? That's what the Hollywood Reporter does. You see, Hollywood Reporter covered him, and he covered him in an unprecedented move on Edi Gathegi's Instagram. He's like, thanks for the chat, Brian. And he's using this to market the movie. The racial inequality which he had faced during the promotion of Xmen, where he I'll read the article actually, but him actually sharing it is like a level like, like you want your people to see this, Eddie. All right, let's see what you got to say. Let's see what happened with the Hollywood Reporter when you guys spoke. So what I'll do is this view, because I think it works best with this website. Outside the movie itself, the most feel-good story comes out of James Gunn's Superman belongs to Edi Gathegi. 16 years ago, he's offered Darwin in X-Men First Class before he ultimately agreed to play the highly adaptable regenerative mutant he voiced his concerns. I called my agents to say, hey, listen, I have a problem with the fact that this character is the only black character in the film, aside from Zoe Kravitz's character. I'm also the only mutant who meets an untimely demise halfway through the film. Gathegi tells Hollywood Reporter. It was 09 at the time, and I was like, killing the black guy first is so played out. I can't do this. Producers then eased his concerns at the time by making the promise of greener pastures. In other words, Gathegi was given assurances he'd return in a future X-Men installment based on a character's ability to restore himself. They assured us that it was essential for the storytelling in order to motivate the mutants to avenge my character's death. They also fully intended to bring my character back as they do in the comics. Darwin can't die, he regenerates. So we held on to hope that we would honor their word. When I didn't come back for X-Men Apocalypse, I just knew it was done. So First Class came first, and then it was Days of Future Past, and then Apocalypse was the third one. He still wasn't back.
Right. And I mean, again, if you're an X-Men fan or you know this stuff, we all knew then, okay, so Darwin's coming back because he can't die. But no, that wasn't the case at all. And it is that same played out trope. It's kind of what I was expecting, honestly, in Rebirth. I was expecting Ali to not die first, but die. He is the black guy, one of the only black guys in the film, so I was expecting that to happen. But it is that played out trope, where the black characters are always the ones to die. And again, how crazy that it's a black character that can't die that died. So yeah, no.
Agendas.
Yeah.
Agenda. Stay woke, everybody. See, this isn't right. They can't keep doing that kind of stuff. So what Gathegi didn't know was that Gunn had already seen 200 people for the role, and he still hadn't found the right candidate, prompting him to ask his casting director why Gathegi hadn't read the part yet. Gathegi and Gunn had known each other in passing for years, and the Kenyan-American actor suddenly remembered a compliment that Gunn had paid him on the red carpet of Suicide Squad in 2021. So he sent off a self-tape the day before he was set to leave the country. And while he was en route to LAX, Gunn DM'd him to praise his tape, which eventually led to his casting as Mr. Terrific. Yeah, he would DM you, not email, not phone call. James Gunn DM'd him to praise his tape. Gathegi turns as the suave, high-tech superhero, member of the Superman Allied Justice Gang, is now being widely regarded as Superman's stealing performance. For Gathegi, his second bite of the superhero apple means so much more when considering how he was treated in Fox's Marvel universe. The pendulum has swung in the complete opposite direction. With X-Men, the message that I received as an actor and as a man of color in this world is you can be the most powerful mutant in the world, and they'll never let you reach your full potential. Whereas with Mr. Terrific and Superman, the message that I'm receiving is you can be one of the most intelligent characters in the universe, and you can help save the world. It's a different level of conversation.
Right.
100%. Even with a political haircut, Grace Randolph.
Now, I will say, I still condemn her for that comment she made, but James and company needs to get some black hairstylist on set for that Mr. Terrific fro. It ain't tight. It ain't right. It wasn't right. We need to get some black hairstylist on set for that. Because that
They
was
should
all
get
over the
cyborgs.
place.
They should get Ray Fisher's boy. You know?
None of that either. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I think that he does have the potential to really take that character and make that character what Marvel, again, started to do with the Black Panther, but then thought, oh, he's getting too big. Let's kill him morbidly with Chad. So they had the chance to do that. So where Marvel failed, DC can really pick up. And this is why I'm also very excited for this universe, because where I have a fractured relationship with Marvel due to their treatment of black characters and things like that, I have a fresh start with DC. And you're already starting off right with Mr. Terrific. Now, I was taken back on the comments made about Static Shock, about it, the complexities with the character, and I'm confused what these complexities are that are stopping you from making Static the way that you're making any of these other shows like Clayface that, I mean, you just pulled out your ass and you're about to start filming that. So don't know what these complexities are, but again, when you're putting the respect that you're putting on Mr. Terrific and you're talking about a TV series and Eddie is saying the things and praising Gunn and having these different levels of conversation with him that he did not have with Marvel and Fox, that's a very good start. It's a very good start.
I want to direct you to Ernie's channel, Bird Without Fear, and he covered some of that Milestone stuff. Johnny's mentioning it here. Milestone owns not just the film rights, the rights. So that would be the complexities. And then again, like I joked, did Wade McDuffie's Black Widow. I mean, not Black Widow. He doesn't have a Black Widow. I think there's a disconnect there with his widow and how she holds things up. Not saying that she's completely wrong. Maybe Dingle and Cowan and everyone else are not playing ball the way they should be, incorporating her and payouts and things. Samuel says, it was sad to hear Gunn saying that Static had a legal drama behind the scenes. He just said complexities. And didn't he have a follow-up comment on that?
I'm not sure. I wasn't aware. Thank you, Johnny, for telling me that. I was not aware that the complexities were because the film rights and things like that. I wasn't aware of that. So again, you saying that completely takes away what I said earlier, and it really does put the favor on DC, puts the favor on James Gunn, and again, Flowers, because you're trying to bring Black characters to life. You know, he's having conversations about Static. He's having conversations about Eddie, and we don't know what conversations are happening behind the scenes. There could be Vixen conversations behind the scenes. There could be Icon conversations behind. We just don't know. So again, where my relationship is fractured with Marvel, and we just simply don't know if they are truly recasting T'Challa or what's going to happen with the other Black characters. That is where I can turn to DC and be like, all right, I'm focused on DC then.
So far, so good, because it was the Superman movie, but you included Mr. Terrific, and I'm hopeful. And you got Lanterns, and it seems like Jon Stewart is the younger one compared to the older dude on that show. And so because of this, I'm going, oh, all right, someone Black is going to be prominent in DC. We've got two candidates who are doing well for their position, which is a TV show and which is supporting character of the movie. Like Mr. Terrific was in the post-credit. Maybe I said too much, but like Terrific he's okay. He's doing fine, right? Scene stealer, I would agree. No. Guy Gardner was the scene stealer.
I think so.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, but he was a positive contributor to the movie, right? So far so good. I just don't want to give them too many points. I don't want to say, yo, James Gunn, the way you handle supporting representation and TV shows, you nailed it. Can't wait for that Amanda Waller. No, I want the movie. I want the high profile $200 million budget for Terrific, for Static, for Icon, for Vixen, for you name him.
You know, and it's funny you mentioned Waller, and the only reason it's funny is because I guess I watched James Gunn's interview that who did he do it with? Where he was breaking down all his films. He broke down Guardians. He shared some things I wasn't aware of with Guardians. He talked about how he was connected with Rocket from the very beginning, and that's how just blah blah blah. He talked about all like Slither, Dawn of the Dead, Scooby-Doo. And I've always wished they would have let him take Scooby-Doo in the direction he wanted to take it in. Gosh, I still love that movie. I think it's one of his shit's fantastic. But he talked about Superman as well. And so when he was talking about all that stuff, it just made me want to put on his Suicide Squad, because he talked about Suicide Squad, the one with the only one he did, Suicide Squad with Idris Elba. And I'm watching it, and Waller, I hadn't seen it since 21. And Waller, Viola Davis, I know that she is knocking on Marvel's door, and I wish she'd stop. And the reason I say that is because I'm giving the flowers to DC and Black characters and emphasis and things like that. She needs to stay Waller. I think she's amazing as Waller. I don't know exactly what happened with the show, why it was shelved or canceled or whatever. I know James Gunn said they were not doing anything that he didn't feel was going to be good enough. If the script wasn't right, if blah blah blah, they just weren't going to go into production with it. Unlike Marvel, again, when things are they still greenlight shit even
without
after
the script,
right? So it's like,
didn't they hire the second unit director for Doomsday right now?
They did. I just read that this morning. Yes. So anyway, I hope she stays on as Waller, because I think that with the universe that we're seeing being built up so far, I think that she, one, is got the chops for it. Two, just saw the new trailer leaked. I didn't see it. I didn't watch Peacemaker season 1. But Peacemaker season 2, I guess in the trailer that is being leaked online, if you haven't seen it, sorry, but this is what they're saying. I guess they're going to be going in the universe that we're currently in with DC. They're just gonna they whoever said it in the trailer said there's a universe that's exactly like ours. Blah 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 blah. So I guess that's how we saw. Well, I don't want that's a spoiler for the film, but oops, oops. Anyway, so that's how I guess some of the characters are going to come over to this universe.
When you're dedicated and when you're committed, you'll make it work.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they do that same thing with Waller.
Yeah. She was one of those shows that they talked about. Chapter 1, Gods of Monsters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still didn't see Creature Commandos. It's not one I'm going to see either. But I'm still ready for Supergirl. A little worried after seeing some things, but we'll see how Supergirl turns out. I hope it really is good. I hope it is.
I like what David Zaslav said this week when he came to the Superman movie. He praised it. He also didn't praise it perfectly. If you read the quote that he gave, he just mentioned that they've got a 10-year plan, and James Gunn and Peter Safran have been inspired by the comics, and they've got a future. And it was like, okay, that's nice to hear him say that, but he never said this movie was exactly what I was looking for. We're off to a great start. So he kind of just provides a quote to make it appear like he gave some love, but nothing he says is like out on a limb, like, oh, this is it. We're full steam ahead.
Yeah. I think he's probably wasn't WB's whole thing that the film needed to make $500 million for them to call it profitable or call it somewhat successful for them or whatever. So he's probably waiting for those final numbers before he comes out and says, "Hey, you know what? I always knew Superman was going to do great, and that's why we put James Gunn over this and Safran and blah 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 blah."
Yeah, that's when we'll get that one.
Yeah, he's probably waiting.
Yeah, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by a quote, because you can say a whole lot of nothing. As a YouTuber, if I'm stalling and I'm trying to prepare to get another clip on the side, I know how to do that. I know how to fill in the airspace while I'm looking for the next thing to play. That's all he was doing. He was going to provide a quote so that people can say, "Whoa, did you hear what Zazav? He was talking about Superman," and it was nice.
Yeah. Well, he's waiting. Once those final numbers come out, he'll praise it and say that he always knew that it was going to be this, and this is why James Gunn has the job, and we always believed in Gunn.
Yeah,
Peter. So yeah. We'll see. But I know Gunn's excited. I mean, he should be. He has every right to be. It overperformed. He's already talking about the stuff for Clayface. I'll tell you what, where I wasn't watching Clayface, now I'm watching Clayface because of Superman. I wasn't. You guys have heard me dog shit Clayface. I am watching Clayface because of Superman.
They'll make Clayface because of Superman. Now that it's got 217 worldwide. I don't perceive this movie flopping or being such a disappointment. It doesn't make any more money. I think this goes up and away. I think this reaches that 800 million at least. I'm hopeful 800, but if it only gets 750, whatever.
Yeah, we will see. I'm
That's
excited.
The plan.
Excited for the universe, though, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And what
last one?
Yeah, what's our last one?
Johnny Depp.
Pirates of the Caribbean 6. My. There's been so much said about Pirates of the Caribbean 6. At one point in time, Margot Robbie was going to be the new starring role in place of Johnny. Then once fans completely shat on that, they said, well, why don't we do a younger Johnny? You know, we can do let's go to the past here. This can be a what are they? A prequel.
Yeah.
Fans shat on that. No one wanted to see that. The entire thing for me, and this is just for me, and I'm saying this in agreement with so many other Pirates fans. The first Pirates came out when I was in second grade. I remember going to school mimicking it. I remember acting like Johnny Depp, acting like Captain Jack Sparrow, and not just myself, but several other friends in my class that had seen the movie too. We were all pretending. There was this big slide on the playground that we pretended was the Black Pearl. Bro, Pirates of the Caribbean was my shit, still is my shit. up till the third for me. I can do the fourth one. After that, it gets a little, but I think without Johnny Depp, you can't do Pirates. You in this whole thing that My Time is putting out, these people talking about he might have a minor role. It can't be minor. If Johnny Depp is, and I know he said he wouldn't come back, and obviously whatever conversations they're having, it has enough zeros behind it to get him back.
And alpacas.
Yeah. Yeah. I think though for sure you don't give him a minor role. You have to put Johnny Depp back in this center fold. It has to be around Captain Jack Sparrow. I like the fact that you're bringing back, Will and Elizabeth, but the whole thing was Johnny. That was from the jump. It was Johnny. So this whole, I don't know in what capacity they're bringing him back, but
all we have to go off of is this quote. What is going on? I'm on the website, the Diz Insider. What is going on with the new Pirates movie? I feel like it has been forever since we had updates. I remember there were rumors of Karen Gillan movie and a Margot Robbie one. When will Disney officially announce it? The Margot Robbie-led Pirates movie, which had Bumblebee writer Christina Hobson attached to write, is on hold and likely won't ever move forward.
Doesn't need to.
As of now, the only project in development is in the form of a sequel reboot, which would see key returning characters, including Will Turner, Elizabeth Swann, and yes, Captain Jack Sparrow, in a reduced role, as the movie would chart course in a new direction with new characters. There's no director attached at this time, and when one does sign, I'd expect the script to be retooled. Disney's D23 would likely be the time we see an official announcement on a new movie, and D23 is 2 months away.
Mm-hmm. I just disagree. I don't think that works still. I mean, yeah, you can bring them back, but I look at it this way. Two different films, obviously. Obviously, Jurassic World at that point had a completely different cast in Chris Pratt. But when you brought back Dr. Grant, Ellie, and Malcolm in Dominion, and you showed them in the trailer, that's what got me excited.
Yeah,
that got me excited. I was like, oh shit, yeah. But that the role for them, it wasn't it. You do that to Jack, Elizabeth, and Will, and you were setting sail with a whole new crew. No thanks. I'm not going to see it. I'd wait for it. I'd watch it on either my site or wait for it to hit Disney Plus. I don't want to see Jack in a reduced role.
To you, the main character of Pirates of the Caribbean is Jack Sparrow, Captain
Jack Sparrow.
You know, it didn't start that way. He was all character, but it was more so like the Will movie.
I did not know that. And I'm so glad that they went the role that they went. I mean, Will is great. I love Will in the films, but other than Jack, you've got Barbossa, who I think is one of the absolute best, characters in Pirates of the Caribbean. I think he's some of the lines, he's great. So I love Barbossa. And then, of course, Davy Jones. But Jack is the centerpiece of it all. Like, Will's great, Elizabeth is great, and some of those other pieces. But Jack, if you don't have Jack, I don't know. I mean, think about it. The second one opens without Jack, and the whole time you're anticipating for Captain Jack to show up.
How reduced is his role?
In the second one?
No, in this new one, how reduced? It just says reduced.
I have no idea what it would be reduced to. I don't know. But again, I don't want to hear Captain Jack and reduced in the same sentence. It just doesn't get me excited for this movie. It doesn't. If you tell me you got Johnny Depp back and we're writing Pirate 6 around a new adventure with Captain Jack, and yeah, Will and Elizabeth are back too, you got my money.
I'll give you a Fast and Furious analogy now. Vin Diesel plays Dom Toretto. The Toretto family is the core. Now he has a kid. One day, his kid will be the star of the Fast and Furious movies, and he'll have a reduced role. I'm okay with that, but I also had like my fill. With Depp and with Captain Jack, we haven't had our fill. With our appetites want more. It's been so long. Give us Johnny Depp. You can do the reduced role in the next movie, but make this the Captain Jack Sparrow as we prepare who's going to be the new kind of, eccentric pirate that's going to lead.
Right. Now, there's another side to this, because, and I'm not shaming anybody when I say this or anything like that. I'm not at all. Not that type of person. I just saw a recent video of Johnny Depp doing going to children's hospitals and
Oh my god,
dressed
I
up as
thought you were
Captain
gonna
Jack.
go somewhere else. I thought you were gonna say doing lines or doing. I was
Oh
gonna say, oh
gosh, no,
no.
no, no, no,
All
no,
right,
no, 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 no,
doing
no,
children's hospitals. Yeah.
no. Of him going to the children's hospitals dressed as Captain Jack.
Ah,
We would have to lose some weight, or maybe that's where the reduced role comes in, because he Captain Jack ate the pearl.
he needs to reduce the roles.
I was like, man, I was like, oh gosh.
Let me see a picture of this.
You might be able to pull up the actual video of him going. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's you look at Jack from the movies and Johnny as Jack at the hospital.
Was it in Vancouver in 2017? No, it wasn't this video.
No. This was like I just
4
saw
weeks
this
ago.
video. I want to say maybe
Perfectly smart.
Okay, I'm opening the one from 4 weeks ago. This one?
I don't know. Keep going. Is this from 2017?
Nah, this one says it was posted 3 weeks ago.
Okay, well that's the one. That's it, because that's the exact. Yep, that's it.
So he looks a little bigger. Yeah. He's yeah. I can see in his cheeks, in his face cheeks, obviously.
And then maybe not. Maybe I'm overreacting. I'm looking at it now.
He gets paid a lot of money. He can do it. He can slim down. I do see it, but it's fine.
Yeah, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. I think it was that first opening when he's turning that corner. He was a little wide, but maybe not.
When he swerves and bends that corner, you said, whoa. Yeah, he does look a little rounded.
Yeah, maybe that. Maybe just there.
No,
and there.
You're not seeing nothing. You're not seeing nothing. There's a little bit more fat on his arm, so he is larger. He's still at a presentable level, but of course, if you got a movie and you know that the set begins in 30 days, you can get in the gym and slim down and make yourself right.
Either way, if the movie's not around him, no, just no.
Just that he's participating, that he's doing the get up is great news. He wouldn't do this if there was I think really at D23. I think we really are gonna get.
I think he'd still do this though.
No, has he? But has he done it?
I want to say Johnny's dressed up in the past as Captain Jack and gone to hospitals and things like that. I think he'd still do this. I don't think that this is like because I'm coming back, or I think he'd do this regardless if Pirate 6 was even in conversation.
Understood.
He
no stamina. We're not going to just make everyone fatter.
But if they do bring him back, like I said, I think that's the only way it works. But can't be in a minor role. Just can't. Big Pirates fan. The first 3 I really, really love. Really love. That first one holds a special place. Like I said, I saw that. I was in 2nd grade when that came out, and great movie. Great
Live stream. Good morning report. We hit you up with the Xmen Edi Gathegi. We gave you the Superman reviews and what we think of Zaslav and just how close to cancellation Matt Reeves' Batman script is, because he only gave you that Batman script a couple weeks ago. To say I'm done, I'm finished, don't cancel my movie. I think Zaslav will cancel it if this performs well. We talked about everything but Star Wars, which we should have talked about the Comic-Con appearance from George Lucas, but we'll save that for tomorrow, everyone. We're trying to hit that 1 hour quota.
I did want to share this though before, because we didn't share this. This was just the picture of. Can you share the picture of the kid that what's his name, Dominic McLaughlin, that is playing Harry Potter? They shared an official picture of him from production, dressed as Harry. This is our first official look at him, and I think he looks great. And they also have casted Neville Longbottom as well. I don't think they got a picture of him, but he has been casted as well. And Dudley and Neville have been cast.
Got it. Harry Potter. This is the new kid.
That is him.
They've recasted him. They didn't say Daniel Radcliffe transcends any iteration of the character. They got us a new Harry.
Yeah, I think he looks great. I think he looks great. It fits. It's perfect. I like it. Got to see the acting as obviously, but I like it a lot.
It's just a picture. There's nothing that they could have done to make me mad. I see the scar, same haircut. This is Harry Potter. Go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And these kids get to grow with the series. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. But yes, like Chill said, we do appreciate you guys hanging out with us on the morning report. This is something that we are going to do every morning with you guys, and then it won't be at the 11 Central Standard Time like we did today. It typically will be 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. 11. What are you Eastern Standard?
Yeah, Eastern.
And then be 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time that we want to start the show and do the morning report with you guys. Today we did not do our trivia game. We want to try to do games and things with you guys as well, and have prizes and things for you guys with that. So we'll try to incorporate that as the week goes and as we get more comfortable with this new. It's really not new. We're doing the same things, but get more comfortable with this new time. And
I need to know how to work with a second man. I need to know, like, yeah,
that's true.
I think we need more prep because you can't just spontaneously launch things. We gotta have to prep things.
That as well. So this is something we're going to be doing with you guys. Like I said, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to be Pantheon. I don't really see why we couldn't still do the morning report on Thursday. That's something we'll just have to talk about. I guess that would take away topics for the Pantheon.
That's the reason.
Why.
Yeah.
That's why. All right. So then that would leave on Friday. We'd have it as well. So yeah, we're going to be trying to do this with you guys Monday through Friday. So if you liked what you saw here, go and tell a friend and bring that friend and tell that friend to tell a friend and have them come over as well. And we can double what we had in the chat this evening. Appreciate the super chat as well from Michael Nemo. That's very much appreciated so much, and appreciate all of you guys hanging out and just chatting with us.
Yeah, man.
So we will see you guys tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of the Morning Report. I have been Planet Fanatics. That is Chillmonger. We appreciate your time.